Stephen, lovely to meet you. It's an honour. The film feels both epic and intimate. How did you balance those two elements in creating Disclosure Day?
I think well, size. It's a very large movie. It covers a lot of real estate. It comes out of the gate as if it starts at the third act. It's a lot of action. It's moving very quickly, but it's also about the characters. It's a performance movie. It's about the character that Emily Blunt plays and Joshua Connor plays and Colman Domingo and Colin Firth and Lloyd-Hughes and Wyatt Russell. It is really first and foremost a movie about these people and what this experience does to them, how it changes them, and as it's changing them, how I hope it will change us, the audience.
Colman, how are you? Lovely to meet you. You look very dapper today.
Oh, thank you so much, man. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So your characters often bring a lot of incredible depth and perspective. What attracted you to this particular role?
Just that in particular. I knew that Stephen imbued the character of Hugo with so much capacity for our humanity.
Okay.
He's someone who knows much more than the rest of the characters.
Okay.
And he has faith and belief and hope. And he's gentle.
Right.
And he's actually he doesn't have as much size as characters that I've played recently, like Joe Jackson or the character in Running Man. Thank you so much. He's actually a bit more laid back.
Right.
And holding out his hand towards the other characters in the film. I like the idea of playing that as well.
For sure. And this film asks a lot of poignant questions. What do you want audiences to talk about? What kind of conversations do you hope it sparks after they see the film?
Well, it's funny. I think this is a film about whether or not UAPs and aliens and UFOs, whatever you want to call them, exist.
Right.
And it seems to be the focus that they're coming and they're here. But I think it's really about us as people and how we handle it.
Right.
And how we handle it together. So I think the greater message is how do we come together? How do we see each other, listen to each other, advocate for one another, and not be afraid of the unknown?
For sure. Colman, thank you so much for your
Thanks,
time.
man. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Good to see you.
What a beautiful smile you have.
Beautiful ensemble as well.
Thank you so much. I'm getting a nice breeze, actually. Getting a nice breeze up my layers.
So, without giving too much away, what do you think makes Disclosure Day different from other films in this space?
You mean in the science fiction space?
Yes.
I think what makes it different is the man who's telling the story. Because he has shaped the way that we look at things not from this planet.
Right.
In many ways, written a lot of the language of how we tell that story. So when he chooses to tell it, you kind of got to listen.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Because he means it.
Absolutely.
And he knows what he's trying to say.
Right.
Does that make sense?
No, it makes perfect sense, and I completely agree. Was there a moment during production that made you realize how ambitious and how seismic in scale this production was?
Yeah, 100%. Because they were using real things. He's a big practical effects guy.
Right.
So you read in a script, you go, okay, we got trains, we got cars crashing into trains, and you think that you're going to go into a room and there's going to be a blue box and a blah, blah, blah. And we're driving across the country to a train track where we can crash a car into a train.
Right.
A real car.
Yes.
And a real train.
A real car, a real train.
And I was driving the car, so I'm not going to say I was scared. I wasn't scared.
No, you're a professional.
No,
I'm
I'm professional. I'm up for it.
No, for sure. And final question. This film asks a lot of big questions. What kind of do you want the conversation to be with amongst viewers after they see the film?
Well, I hope it's not going to stress them out.
Okay. It's going to make them think.
I hope it's going to make them think and be curious in a good way, I think.
Okay.
And in a way that hopefully makes them feel less alone. Less alone in the universe.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Doing good, thanks.
This film asks a lot of big questions, okay? So what kind of conversations do you want people to have when they kind of leave after seeing the film?
I think any question anybody asks, I never tell anybody what kind of conversation they need to have, but it's always nice that it just creates a conversation about what the film meant to them.
Okay.
And that's, I think, ultimately what the film is about, is empathy. And when you really dig down on what is empathy, it's really about trying to understand how somebody else is feeling or what they're going through. And that's a good thing to talk about after you leave a movie.
No, for sure.
You know, it's a positive thing to talk about. So I think that people will find their own things to talk about. But I think empathy is definitely going to be one they're going to walk away with talking about it.
Awesome. And if you can give people one reason why they need to see this film, what would it be? One word.
One word. Ultimate movie-going experience. I know it's not one word, but
It's a
ultimate.
term. The ultimate.
Got to see, in an age where we're all looking to have some sort of human experience, we're inundated with AI, and it's like 6 months into having AI.
Right.
When we're all trying to get to a place where we can like hang out together again, which I think people are actually starting to do.
Yeah.
Because it's so annoying sitting on your fucking phone. Like, I don't want to like look at another AI ad.
Right.
Pass. Like, stop doing that. I want to go somewhere where I can see something with somebody that I don't just sit there and like. It's pretty low lift. It's 2 hours long. Had a good human experience, and like wasn't too expensive, hopefully. But I think that that's my answer.
Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
What was the first thing about Disclosure Day that made you want to be a part of the film?
Ooh, when Steven Spielberg emails and says, "I wrote this story,
Right.
please read it," and then says, "Do you want to write it?"
Right.
You say yes.
Okay.
But I was also just taken with the story. It swept me away, and even in the form of a treatment, which is not a screenplay yet, but it's a description of what the story could be. I was taken away by it, and I wanted to be part of it.
Kind of honing in on that a little bit. What about it took you away?
It had, first of all, in terms of, the movies I love, and Steven's movies that I love,
Right.
It felt like a summation of what he wanted to say.
Okay.
Which he'll confirm it, in fact, was. This is what I wanted to build up
Right.
to. So it made a lot of sense on that timeline. But I also found there's a discussion of, it's a big movie, it's an adventure movie, it's got
Right.
gigantic scenes in it, but it's also very emotional. And there's an overwhelming sense of wonder that we don't get all the time.
No, I hear you. The film asks some big questions. What conversations do you hope that viewers take away from seeing this?
Well, the number one conversation I hope the movie continues, because it's already started, is why has the government lied for 79 years? What are they concealing and suppressing? And may we please know?
Right,
Don't
right.
infantilize us. We're not children.
Right.
I would love that conversation. But there's also a wonderful conversation about the purpose of God and religion in people's lives.
Right.
And I you just don't usually get to talk about that in a mainstream Hollywood film.
For sure. And from a film perspective, final question: what feeling of wonderment do you want people to take away from this particular film?
I think there's a sense that we get when we're kids and we walk outside and we look up at the sky and we're away from lights, so there's a jillion stars. There's a sense of wondering, what is my place in the universe? What does it mean? And this movie touches that. And it's incredibly powerful.
Cool. We're very much looking forward to seeing it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take care.
Pleasure.
Bye bye.